Write the point-slope form and slope-intercept form of the equation of the line graph. So if I'm looking for point-slope form, the first thing I need to find is a point. So looking at this graph, where are some exact points? I see one point here. That point is -7, 1. I see this point here. That point is -2, 0. And I see another point here. That point is 3, -1. So those are 3 possible points. Now, looking in between those points, I should see my slope. Down 1, right 5. Down 1, right 5. So my slope is -1/5. So now that I have some points and some slopes, right, I have 3 options. 3 options for point slope form. Okay? So my first option is using my red point, and that's going to be -7, 1 with a slope of -1/5. Let me color code this. This is going to be my red one. So if I use point slope form, this is going to be y minus 1 equals -1/5 times x plus 7. My second option is my purple point, -2, 0, and my slope is still -1/5. So that's going to be y minus 0 equals -1/5 x plus 2. My third option is my green point, +3, -1, and my slope is still -1/5. So that means my point slope is y plus 1 equals -1/5 x minus 3. So these 1, 2, 3 answers, I would accept any of them as an answer for point slope form. So now what we can do is convert to slope intercept form. So the first one I have is y minus 1 equals -1/5 x plus 7. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is distribute my slope. Y minus 1 equals -1/5 x minus 7/5. So now, in order to isolate y, I'll add 1 to both sides, which is the same as adding 5/5. So now I have y equals -1/5 x minus 2/5. Now I'm going to show the other options converting. So y minus 0 equals -1/5 x plus 2. First thing I'm going to do is distribute that. I have y minus 0 equals -1/5 x minus 2/5. Now if I add 0, that's not going to change anything. So my final answer is y equals -1/5 x minus 2/5. Right? It should be the same. Let's convert the third one just to confirm that we did it correctly. Y plus 1 equals -1/5 x minus 3. First thing I'm going to do is distribute my -1/5. Y plus 1 equals -1/5 x plus 3/5. Now to isolate y, I'm going to subtract 1, which is the same as subtracting 5/5. So that leaves y equals -1/5 x minus 2/5. So notice, no matter which point slope form you use, you get the same slope intercept form, and that should always be the case.